Hello, I am FrAvatar, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Fallout 3 New Vegas, or Fallout New Vegas? I guess I'll just call it Fallout New Vegas. Well, I guess they spotted me, so let's go talk to them. Let's, Oh! Wow! We both got hit. Alright, you guys? You got more of those? You bastards? Powder Ganger.
You eyeballing me? You eyeballing me?
Well. That sucks. That's two of them. There's another one there. I see it now. Well, I suck at disarming. Let's see if I can use something to heal myself. Doctor's bag. Am I crippled? Probably. Yeah. My foot. Oh yeah, they heal over time. I probably wasted one. Or do they cumulative? I see you. I'll use another. There, I should be healed. It doesn't look that way. There we go, H2O. Oh wow, okay. So let's eat something. Sleep, probably. Okay, I get it. Now, I want to see if I'm reading that right. Okay, so the more it goes up, the more I need to eat and whatever. Okay, so I didn't really need to sleep. Okay, sleep I can go for a while. Okay. It's nighttime. I see you. I need a long-range weapon. I see them. What if I try one of these? Don't want to waste bullets. I'm horrible at shots anyway. There's a lot of them coming. There was 2 of them. Where'd the other one go? There's gotta be a quicker way to switch. There's a whole bunch of them. Up there. Over there. That should do it. Nope. Couldn't reach. Although they're coming this way now. Got some of them. There's another one over here. I see you. Missed? Need to change. I'm wasting all my ammo. I just said I wasn't gonna use any. Come on, you guys. You don't have any ranged weaponry. So one more. Several. There you are. You're glitching through the rocks. You're cheating. Come on, stop cheating. This shouldn't happen. There you are. Almost there. There we go. Level up. I guess. Okay. Times that's long. Why not? Educated, yeah, I will take that. But for level 2, wow, okay. I'm almost tempted. Yeah. These ones were bigger, weren't they? Yeah. Okay, so But I thought I had a broken limb again. No? I did. Not sure what I'm doing wrong. Peppers. I have to go that way, it seems. I'm not sure here. Quests. Data. I found some Brock flour. Now all I need is Xander root. Okay. Well, there's like bridge buildings over there, but let's go this way. These look like I can harvest, but I can't, can I? Let's go up here. Can I climb that? It's all broken. Probably wouldn't support my weight. Detected. Oh well. Come at me, bro. There we go. I see you. Let's give it a try. It's pretty broken, so over there. Come at me, bro. Okay. I see you guys over there. I can only pick at one. At the campfire, where? This way? I hope it's this way. Yikes. It is, but I'm not gonna jump off the ledge to get there. Oh. Ah, there's some right here too. Now that I know what they look like. Something going on up there. Did you hear that?
Let me see what you got. Yeah, these'll do just fine. Just fine. All right now. We're gonna be making something folks on the trail call healing powder.
Okay.
Go on over to that campfire now. Give it a try.
Brock flowers and a root. -1 personality, +1 hit point. Is it A? Okay.
Hey, that's not bad, see? All it takes to make a recipe is the right ingredients and the right know-how. Sometimes it won't be a campfire you need. Might need to do some work on your guns and ammo, maybe. Important thing to get is it's all the same idea. You just need to find the right place to set up shop. Workbench or reloading bench, whatever. Well, I hope that's enough to get you started. I'm heading back now. Hope I didn't miss anything good on the jukebox. Cheyenne would never forgive me. Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the bartender up at the Prospector. Kind of the town mom. She likes to meet newcomers. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in and say hi.
Alright. I just might do that. Yeah, let's make some of this. 18, sure. I'll escort you back too. Water here, right? He's clean, right? Where'd your dog go? Right up there. Don't get much more of a zoom.
Hey there. Hi there. Sticking around Good Springs for a while longer?
Maybe.
I hunt geckos mostly. The meat's pretty good and I can always find a buyer for the hides.
Really?
I also help keep the town clear of rat scorpions and coyotes. Not many people live in Good Springs, so wildlife is always creeping in. Not in Good Springs, no. But if you're up for a little scavenging, there's always the schoolhouse. Most of what's in there is junk, but there's this old safe that even Easy Pete wasn't able to crack with dynamite. If you want to take a shot at it, take these. If the lock's too much for you to handle, reading through the magazine might give you the edge you...
Okay, I get it.
You'll need those to pick the lock. Be careful, though. Always happy to help someone down on their luck. Sure can. Take the road southeast out of town till it hits the freeway. Prim is the town with a roller coaster straight south. Can't miss it.
Alright, good.
NCR patrols do a good job of keeping the highway clear, but I'd keep your gun where you can reach it easily. You never know who you'll run into. Off the road, you'll probably start running into hostile wildlife. My advice would be to stick to the highway when you can.
Yeah.
Sure, what do you want to know?
What other towns are nearby?
Southeast of here is Prim. Can't miss it. Since it has the giant old roller coaster right in the middle of town. The NCR's got an outpost there. If you follow the road north, you'll eventually hit Sloan and Quarry Junction. They mine rocks or something, but I heard they got troubles lately. I wouldn't head that direction if I were you, though. Got critters up there that don't take kindly to getting shot.
What kind of creatures are out there?
Around here, mostly coyotes and geckos. The coyotes are pretty dangerous in large packs, but otherwise they're nothing to really worry about. The geckos aren't too tough, but they've got a nasty bite. I've heard about bigger, nastier versions out in the wasteland, but I've never seen them. Stick to the roads when you can, and steer clear of the hills north of Good Springs.
Critters up there are big, okay.
The new California Republic. Bunch of settlers and soldiers coming in from the west, fixing on making Nevada their own. They can be right pushy, but the roads are safer because of them, so I tend to let it go. Not that I got a choice.
What does the NCR keep you safe from?
Well, the wildlife for one thing, rowdy locals for another. They're protecting their own. Just happens to help us. They've been holding off this other group from the east, too.
What do you know about the other group?
Got a funny name. Call themselves Caesar's Legion. Never seen them in these parts, so I couldn't tell you much. I hear rumors, that's about it. Supposedly they keep slaves and they got some real nasty ways of killing folks. But maybe that's just something folks in the NCR cooked up to make themselves seem more useful here. Less uninvited.
Okay.
If you want to know anything else, just ask.
I might. But for now, goodbye.
Until next time.
So, I'm to go back to the bar, saloon, whatever, right? Empty? This way? See, I was already lost. kind of hear. Oh, who are you?
Damn, running low on smokes again.
Not hostile, just running around. Okay.
Howdy.
Don't see anything. Not the best of spots. Oh, would you look at that? Hello, Victor.
Howdy, partner. Might I say you're looking fit as a fiddle?
Thanks for digging me out of that grave.
Don't mention it. I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need.
How did you happen to find me?
I was out for a stroll that night when I heard the commotion up at the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they had run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were. So I hauled you off to the dock right quick.
Yeah, I'd never seen a robot like you before.
I'm a Securitron. Robco Security Model 2060B. If you ever see any of my brothers, tell them Victor says howdy.
Alright.
Happy trails!
Then thank you very much for saving me, buddy. What have we got here? A little battery powering the lamp. That's nice. Electricity. Can I come in? Looks like I can. Don't really want to steal from Victor. But I'll just keep it in mind in case I need anything here. But I'm thinking that weapon repair kit, is that like one use or? I'm not gonna steal from him, I swear. And then I take it.
Howdy, partner.
Howdy. Is this where she meant by the old school? Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, that's not gonna work. Whoa. Frenzy. You didn't hit me? No, okay. So you don't really aim a shotgun. I see you. Too far for this gun. There's another one there. What's 53%? Right arm. Here's another. I think that's all of them. Empty. Programmer's Digest. Empty. They said they looted everything except this chest. So I could... Locked easy, but let's try it with this. Oh, matches. It says bobby pin, but it really looked like matches. Okay, at the terminal, okay. Alright, here we go. One out of 7. Okay, let's try that again. not very good at this game. Sledgehammer and Stealth Boy. Okay, so it was one or the other. To open it, science or lockpicking. Couple of brooms. No, looked like cup. Book. No. Doorway out. Ah, book. Salesman Weekly. Hammer. Almost missed that one. Empty. There might be more. Pay attention. Don't see anything else. Empty. Empty. I guess that's it. And that other door just came out here. Yeah, okay. Yes, sir. Carton of cigarettes. Won't be lacking for smokes for any time soon. Well, not much left in this house, huh? So for harvestables, it seems to be like several of the type that you can't be harvested and one that you can. It's like that, but that's not mine. It belongs to somebody. Okay. Oh, it belongs to somebody? Yeah, okay, I get it. Okay, it's the same. So that's basically any shipments. So what? It's like a stash basically. Pull down inventory. Nothing? Okay. I got kind of curious there. Okay. Motorbikes. They look in running order. Almost. Hey, Easy Pete.
Howdy. What can Easy Pete do for you?
What about those bikes?
The one in the fancy suit seemed to be calling the shots. That's as much as I know. Other folks in town might know more.
Okay.
Word of advice, though. If you ever catch up with him, watch out. The man's got cold eyes like...
Okay. Why are you called Easy Pete?
Was a prospector until I decided to settle here to get away from the NCR. Now, we'll just take it easy and help out with the Brahmin and Bighorners.
You were a prospector, like digging for gold and silver?
Nah. Means I poke through old buildings looking for working tech and such. Some folks just call it salvaging, but never liked the term. Way I see it, salvage means it's broken, near worthless. Me, I look for the good stuff. Guns, chems, spare parts. Good money in it.
Did you ever find anything worth prospecting?
Had a pretty good claim once, way out east by the river, but got run off by raiders. Eventually got too old to keep going out.
I'll go. What's wrong with the NCR?
Don't get me wrong, the NCR's got a lot of decent folk in it. It's just that they make you part of them whether you like it or not. Towns like Good Springs and Prim don't stay independent for long. Not if you've got something the NCR wants. Still, the NCR keeps the Legion away.
Tell me about the Legion.
They're slavers, led by a guy named Caesar, or Caesar. Not sure how you're supposed to say it. A couple of years ago, they tried to take over Hoover Dam, but the NCR beat them back. The NCR didn't or couldn't finish the job, though. The Legion's got its strength back and is getting ready for another round at the dam. My money's still on the NCR winning, but you never know. We've been hearing stories about legionaries on the Nevada side of the river, so keep a gun handy. You don't want to get caught by them.
What's so important about Hoover Dam? Well, because it's a power plant, right?
The dam powers a lot of New Vegas, and then there's all that clean water lying in Lake Mead, too. Anybody who owns the dam owns the territory.
Obviously. What do you use the Bighorners for? Food?
Meat and hide, mostly. Can't put a pack on them. They just lay down until you take it off. Can find a bunch of wild ones high up in the hills, but gotta be careful around them. They can put up a decent fight if cornered.
Alright. Do you know anything about Victor?
The machine? Harmless, no matter what Trudy says. She thinks it's hiding something, but I think it's just a broken down relic with no place to be.
Goodbye.
Keep your gun handy if you go poking around some of the abandoned places around here, like the schoolhouse. Critters move in there sometimes.
Yeah, I killed a whole bunch of grasshopper thingies. But thanks for the advice. Man, I want a bike. Dust Devils. Okay. Hey there, doggy. Hey there, doggy.
Hey there.
Hey. Hey, Sonny.
Hi there. Sticking around Good Springs for a while longer?
Yeah?
Until next time.
That's what's left of the bathroom? Well, that's not very impressive.
I'm done being nice. If you don't hand Ringo over soon, I'm going to get my friends and we're burning this town to the ground. Got it?
We'll keep that in mind. Now, if you're not gonna buy something, get out.
What the hell is your problem?
Hey there.
Hey, Trudy.
Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got to meet you. Welcome to the Prospector Saloon.
Yeah, I couldn't help but overhearing your argument. What was that all about?
Looks like our little town got itself dragged into the middle of something we don't want anything to do with.
I'll help.
About a week ago, this traitor, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack, he says. Bad men after him. Needs a place to hide.
Uh-oh.
We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a place to lie low. We didn't actually expect anyone to come after him.
Where's Ringo now?
He's holed up at the abandoned gas station up the hill.
Why not just kill Cobb and be done with it? Oh, well, no. What are you going to do?
Some of the others, like Sonny, will probably stand up for Ringo if he asks for help, which he hasn't. Personally, I hope he sneaks out of town one night and takes the powder gangers with him.
Powder gangers.
Chain gangs, really. The NCR brought them in from California to work on the rail lines. Problem is, it turns out that giving convicts a bunch of dynamite and blasting powder isn't the best idea. It was a big escape not too long ago. Some of them stuck together so they could make trouble. That's what we're dealing with now. You mean murder him? That's not our way, even if Cobb is scum. He can bluster and threaten all he wants.
Okay, let's talk about something
All right.
else. What happens if I help Ringo?
If you were able to get Ringo out of this mess, you'd have a decent reputation around Good Springs. I'd even set you up with a discount. Of course, helping Ringo would also make the powder gangers mad, and they've got a lot of friends out there.
So I help Ringo. Good Springs will like me more. What if I help the powder gangers?
Don't know why you'd want to do a thing like that. Yep, you'd get on their good side, but people around here wouldn't appreciate it one bit.
Oh wow, interesting choices. Trying to track down the people who attacked me. You know anything about them?
Not much, other than they're a bunch of freeloaders who expected a few rounds on the house. I was able to get them to pay up, though. Of course, one of the great cons did knock my radio to the floor by accident, and it hasn't been working since.
Did my attackers say where they were going?
They were having some kind of argument about it, but the guy in the checkered coat kept shushing them. Sounded like they came in from the north through Quarry Junction. If that's the case, I can't say I blame them for not wanting to go back.
Go on.
That whole area is overrun with the kind of critters that just get mad if you shoot them. Merchants avoid that whole stretch of I-15 like it's radioactive, which it could be for all I know.
So where were they headed?
I didn't hear exactly, but the leader was talking about the strip. Fellow wants to get there and avoid the 15, he'd have to go east. Take Highway 93 up. Sure, the outside looks okay, but I think something broke on the inside. There'd be caps in it for you. I do like to hear what's going on in the world. And that Mr. New Vegas seems like such a gentleman.
Wow, so many things. Anything interesting going on in the rest of the wasteland?
There's always something interesting going on. But the biggest news has to be the coming dust-up between the NCR and the Legion over the dam.
I get it.
The new California Republic's got the most power in Nevada. Money, troops, you name it. They do what they can to keep things safe in the region. But if you ask me, they're trying to do too much. They're spread too thin.
I might have to help out. Does Good Springs get many visitors?
Mostly traders looking to buy bighorn or meat and hides. The traders are the main reason the general store manages to stay in business.
Okay.
Most travelers heading south on the I-15 just push on towards Prim, unless they're in desperate need of supplies.
Do you know the robot that rescued me?
I know that thing as much as anyone else around here. It mostly keeps to itself, which is just fine by me.
You should pry into what it's doing. How long has he been in Good Springs?
It was here when I took over the saloon 7 years ago. Some people have said its owner lived here, but no one knows who it was.
You don't like him?
It acts friendly enough, but I don't trust that whole cheerful cowboy act. I find it all very creepy.
What does he actually do around here?
Other than rolling around once in a while, it doesn't do anything useful as far as I can tell.
No, you could
I
put
don't
it
know
to a
why it took
task.
an interest in you, but I'd be careful. It's never helped anyone before.
I want it as a friend now.
Fine by me.
Who was the man you were arguing with?
He's a convict, just without the chains. Said his name was Cobb. Powder gangers is what they call themselves. Plenty more like him out there.
Show me what you got for sale.
Got a special discount for you.
Yeah, I do have some things I kind of want to sell, right? But not my own ammo. What am I doing? This is my stuff here and her stuff there. Okay. All this food. This one isn't.
Thanks.
What else can you, why do you think the NCR and Legion both want the dam?
I'm pretty sure the NCR wants to hold on to the dam because it's one of the few places around that can make electricity. The Legion are a bunch of savages, though. No idea why they'd want the dam. Probably plan on destroying it or something.
What can you tell me about the Legion?
Slavers, killers, and all other kinds of trouble. They dress up like Roman soldiers, so there's no mistaking it when you see them. The rumor is that the Legion is far larger than the NCR lets on, and that it's been due to luck that the Legion hasn't overrun the territory.
Alright, goodbye.
Be careful out there.
So, my first moral dilemma. Do I help the city and be goody two-shoes and help them out so they don't get wiped out? Or do I help the slavers, or not slavers, or whatever they're called, the powder gangers? Interesting choices.
Howdy.
Door to Good Springs. Can I maybe sit at the bar? Yes, I can. Alright, so thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and trying to get a cinematic look here, but I can't really. We'll see you in the next one. In the meantime, take care, and bye-bye.